Hello and welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to be making this footstool that has ample storage for a book or whatever other hobby that you have to keep yourself entertained while your feet are kicked up. To learn how to build this and many other projects, please hit that subscribe button and we'll get to the build on this. For this project, the most tedious, time-consuming thing that there was the edge joining. So that's what I completed first, as everything is built around the upper and lower edge joining pieces of American oak. To square up the edge joining, I ran the top and bottom through a table saw sled, and then I did the corners and railings. The top and bottom both got a corner template, and then I ran all the oak through a 1/4 inch roundover bit. For this part of the assembly, what we've got here is a backstop here and one to the side. And what we're going to do is place one of the strips of maple in about right there. One of the corner pieces, butt it in, and take 3mm sheets of ply and put it right there, so that way it elevates the ply above the area, and we're going to screw it in just like that. To put in the hinge, we're going to have to mill out a bit of wood, so we put in a flat end bit and level it off with the hinge. Use a spacer to get a uniform look for the hinges so that they're an equal distance apart, and then come through and mark it out with a pencil. Afterwards, route out just short of the line and then come through with a chisel to get the rest of it out. As my ply and maple didn't match up, it's like a 1/2 mil off, so I'm just going to run it through the table saw and even everything up. The best thing to do when doing this is not do what I did, is just put a piece of maple straight across your ply and then cut it to the length that you want. Okay, I got a backstop here, a 3mm piece of ply right here to help elevate it, and I'm just going to clamp it up this. Other side, same gig. Base. All I did was take a piece of scrap wood and line it up on both sides, using that just as a spacer. So what we're going to do is mark on all the corners. Originally I was going to put these screw-in legs into the base of it. However, I changed my mind and I'm going to use these scrap pieces of leg that I had. The situation will be pretty much the same. You would drill initial pilot hole down in between the markings that you placed, and then you would, for the screw-in legs, you would assemble the cupboard cabinet portion of it and then drill back the other way. That way these can recess up into these ports. Now, to make sure I hit center, all I'm going to do is line it up from corner to corner and put a little X with a bit of glue on and zip it on in. Okay, last bit, spread a little bit of glue. Going to match it up to the marks. A flush mount hinge is meant to go like this, where the hinge portion is actually going to face upwards. But since we're going to have a lid that's going to be right on top of that, we are going to have to do it that way. That means that we are going to have to round out these holes on the opposite sides. That way the screw that we put in will be flush with the hinge. So to create that groove, we're just going to put it on a piece of scrap wood, and we have a drill bit that's slightly wider than the hole, and just go in for about a 5 to 10 second burst. Alright, so we have a self-centering drill bit, the hinge, and the ace of spades. What we're going to do with the ace of spades is place it right there and place the hinge to where it's going to pinch on that. And what that's going to do is give that a little bit of room, that way it can swing freely. And take the self-centering drill bit and punch a couple of holes. Now that I got the areas centered out, I'm just going to take a pilot hole I have some fiberboard with a bit of wood glue on the To put the lid on, I have a 1-inch piece of ply right here on the back and another piece of ply right here. What that will do is allow me to set the lid evenly on. And so I know where to put the screw hose. I'm just got a bit of blue tack. I'm going to put it right where the screw hose are. Squash it down to where there's only a bit of a dimple coming up. And then take magic marker and mark all the tops of them. So that way I should get a bit of magic marker on the bottom side of the board. Match it up. Back and back, and press down and lift straight up. And I got a good marks on the two. All right, just going to put this down on top of here and align the holes using the self-centering bit. And doing a couple of pilot holes. So all the screws are in. I'm more than pleased with it. I'm just going to hit it with a bit of sandpaper here and there to, last but not least, a little bit of treatment.